All right, so week one of the NFL is in the books. Miami Dolphins get a 17-16 victory over the Patriots. What have we learned? What have we learned? I'm going to be doing one of these every week, every Monday after the game, or whatever the day after the game is, if we have to play on Monday night. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Lots of Dolphin content continuing to come out. And hockey. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about hockey. I got a Panther video coming out later today, and we've got a live stream before Monday Night Football, and possibly a recap after the Monday Night Football game. All right, now the Dolphins. What do we learn? What do we learn? Well, let's get the Tua stuff. Let's just get it out of the way. What we've learned, especially if you go to social media, is that you're not allowed to have. There's two opinions that you're allowed. There's two opinions. Two opinions. I like that. You either are sure that this kid is the next Dan Marino, or he sucks. If you exhibit anything in between, you are likely to get run over and smashed by somebody of the opposite opinion. I like Tua. I want Tua to do well. All right? I liked Ryan Tannehill. I wanted Tannehill to do well. I would like Tua to do well on the Dolphins. That's optimal. All right? Let's just get that part out of the way. But that doesn't mean we have to pretend that we see things that we don't. So, what did we learn about Tua in this game? Well, Tua is going to be as good as his coaches and the offensive line allow him to be. And allow me to explain. He had a couple of really good drives, right? All right? There's no doubt about that. He had a couple of really good drives. Even within those couple of drives, though, his ball placement was a little bit off. He's a little bit behind receivers. All right. Don't want to get too nitpicky, but let's be honest, it was. The throw to Parker was, again, behind him, but Parker made the play. All right, so if you're just going to throw the ball up there and your wide receiver is going to make the play, Marino used to do the same thing. Let's not pretend like Marino didn't just throw the ball up there and Clayton and Duper would go jump up and get the ball. They would. So, okay, fine. That's fine. The thing with Tua is, if you look at Mac Jones, at one point he had like 900 straight completions, right? And why is that? Because it's the same damn play over and over again. We would rush, we would almost get to Jones, and then, oh look, somebody's open 3 yards, 4 yards down the field, and our linebackers are nowhere to be found. Now, towards the end of the game, we started making tackles, but at the same point, this is one of the things we learn. If we can stop the run, it doesn't matter if we can stop the run. If we're just going to allow them to throw the ball 4 yards down the field every play over and over and over and over again, it's like a run, coaches. Guys, it's the same thing. All right? Now back to Tua. Here's what I would like. Here's my issue with Tua that I don't know. Somebody can explain to me what's going on. But he's significantly indecisive when he's under pressure. We saw it multiple times yesterday, including the bad interception, which he says he was trying to throw out of bounds. Okay, all right, I'll buy that today, fine. But we already saw multiple times where it looks like he's running out of time, so he's going to step up into the pocket, and then he decides he doesn't have room. Or it looks like he's going to take off and run. And then he decides, I'm going to stop and I'm just going to, crumble and take the sack, or I'm going to throw an ill-advised pass. He's very indecisive. Now, I don't care how much you like him. You have to be willing to admit that. What the reason is for that, this is a different situation, right? This is why I think he's only going to be as successful as the coaches allow him to be, because with Mac Jones, he didn't have to do a lot of that. When he was running out of time, there was somebody open just about every play. That's coaching. Where you see with Tua, he's running out of time, and he's looking around, and there's either nobody open or he's not seeing them. So one of those two things is happening, and both of them are not good. So the coach is going to need to admit the offensive line is what it is. Let's just start there. The offensive line is meh. It's meh. We built ourselves an offensive line, and it's met. All right? That's no other way to describe it. So the coaches need to come to terms with the fact that Tua's not going to have a lot of time. So they're going to need to design some plays for him to not have a lot of time, like Belichick did for Mac Jones. He knew you got about three seconds. If you got 3 seconds, get somebody open. The Dolphin coaches did not design a good game plan, I think, for what our strengths and weaknesses are. I think they're treating Tua, not to say, not to bring up a name, but they're kind of treating Tua like he's Tannehill and like he's going to run around and make plays with his legs. Now, maybe that's what he's supposed to be doing, but he ain't doing it. He didn't do it week 1. He's very, very hesitant. You saw it on the slide. Towards the end of that game, it was like we were all looking at it the same way, like, oh, geez, he just crumbled into a mess. I hope his knee is okay. Because even then, he was like, am I going to slide? Am I going to fall down? What am I going to do? Very, very indecisive. That's got to get fixed. Now, whether that's on Tua or the coaches not designing plays to fit his strength and the reality of our offensive line, we're going to learn that coming up in week 2 and week 3. But it was very inconsistent, all right? So I'm going to give him, he did okay. He did all right. He had a couple of really good drives, and then he had some drives that were just awful. If you want to say it was the offensive line's fault, all right, week 1, I'll buy that. But the coaches have to look at this line and realize that's the line we got. Now devise some plays so that when we know the guys are going to run out of time, Tua has somebody open to throw to. Or if there's already guys open, Tua needs to get in the film room and look and see where he's missing guys. All right. The other thing we learned, obviously, is on defense. What are we doing? Well, no, and I mean that. What are we doing? Okay? We have 2 cornerbacks that we're paying like $1 billion a game. We have 2 of the highest paid cornerbacks in the league, and we're friggin' playing zone. We're rushing everybody. We've got guys in the zone coverage. I guess X is playing me. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? Because, okay, fine, there really wasn't much downfield. And other than the 135-yard run, we kind of held the running game in check. But it really wasn't that we held them in check. It was that Belichick figured out, geez, all I got to do is drop Jones back. And every play, there's going to be somebody open 4 yards down the field. There's going to be nobody around them. Or if there is somebody around him, they're playing so far off, he's going to get a gain of 5, a gain of 6 before the tackle is made. It's just like running the ball. So whether that was just Belichick being a genius and our guys not reacting, or if we're playing that way on purpose, that, again, needs to be fixed. What I saw in this game it was such a mixed bag. And the fact that we won hides some things. Because can we be honest? I'm a Dolphin fan. I've been a Dolphin fan for friggin' ever, okay? But let's be honest. If the kid holds on to the ball, the Patriots hold the ball the rest of the way, kick the field goal, and we're 0-1. Can we be honest? Come on. Everybody knows that we can be happy that we're 1-0 and know that we kind of got one there. We got away with one, which is fine. Because that's the other thing we learned is, look, you look at how Tua was last year. Look at how the team was last year when Tua was playing. What did we go? 7? We went 7-3 with Tua. I think I'm right on that. How many of those games did we go, okay, we'll take the win, right? We've got a good team that somehow finds a way to win games, which that's good. That's fine. You need that. You need that. Are we going to go beat Kansas City? Probably not. Okay, not right now. All right. Buffalo don't look so good. Yeah, that was interesting to see. So I guess the division is there, right? So we're making progress, and in terms of making the playoffs and winning a playoff game, I didn't see anything yesterday that says no. But I'm wondering if this coaching staff is making the best use of the players that we have, because I have a feeling. And for you guys who love Tua, you guys might like this. I have a feeling that the coaches are not playing to his strengths. Something doesn't look right because he's so hesitant. You have to admit that. Even you guys that like him, and I like him, but even the guys that are praising him no matter what, he's very, very hesitant with something with the running with the ball. There's something there, whether he's not healthy or he's afraid of getting hit or he's been told not to run the ball. There's something there. There's no denying that, because he's looking like he's going to run and then he's stopping, and it's causing problems. So that was it. I think that was enough for week 1. We also learned, Eichenberg and Waddle and Holland are rookies. They had some good moments and some not so good moments. I'm very interested to see Waddle. Waddle, he looked like he was going to start out, he started off the game burning it up, and then suddenly he disappeared. After he had the drop, I didn't see him again. So I don't know what happened there. Eichenberg had the one bad penalty. The offensive line, again, it's okay, it's all right, it's not great, but I think our coaches are trying to run an offense like we've got this stout offensive line that's not going to allow any pressure, and Tua's going to have time to see these routes develop. We don't have running backs to put pressure on the other defenses. Our offensive line is okay. And our coaches, I believe, are designing game plans for running backs and an offensive line that we don't have. And I think Tua's looking worse than he actually is, than if he had a system designed for the type of quarterback and the type of team he has, like the guy on the other side of the sideline who really has to be pissed off. Belichick, he knows that if it wasn't for the penalties and the turnovers, Patriots win that game. So that's it. All right. I'll be out later with another Panther video. Got to keep the hockey stuff going. Definitely going to have a live stream 1 hour before the game tonight. And then if everything goes well, I'll have a recap of that game. I'm going to try to have recaps up for the Monday night games. There's a couple times during the season where there's a Monday night game and the Panthers play at the same time. That will be interesting. I'm going to figure something out there. I don't know. But I'm not missing Panther games. Don't worry about that. But I want to try to figure out how to do 2 at once. That's going to be interesting. And I mean games. I've already done never mind.